Good morning to a sunny Sunday morning in Madrid. I'm on my way to the airport because I'm off to Galicia for a few days. The Denominación de Origen wine region Ribeiro has invited me there for a few days along with some others to visit about 8 different wineries and explore the local wine region. So I thought it might be fun, because I have some free time other side of it, to show you a little bit of this region, and so I thought I'd take you along with me. Hotel, got my room. Let's see if there's a nice view. Hi, you've also given me an action pack. Very good. A map of Ribeiro. I've got my program, a wine route map. Oh, I like that. I've got some sexy blurb. I've got whatever that is for. I've got here a pen, a fan, and a hat. Everything closed. I'm in the hotel, but the cafeteria is open. So I ordered some bravas and a slice of the Galician empanada, a glass of local white wine, at least one glass to start the day. Good empanada. And the bravas. They're good. So what is DO Ribeiro? Where the hell am I? In the initial list of Spain's wine regions, the 1932 list, Ribeiro was on it. This is both one of the oldest in Spain and Galicia's oldest wine region. Like everywhere in Spain, the Romans were here, yada yada yada, but this is since the 1500s has had some form of regulation. This is a legit old wine region, and it's predominantly found along the banks of the Miño river, which is one of the main ones in Galicia. So this is a legitimate old wine region. They predominantly focus on white wines, like 90% is white wine, like 9% is red, and then they have some sparkling and some sweet wines, which hopefully I'll get to try. The whole point of this visit, I guess, is a push by the local regulatory board of Ribeiro to get the name out. So tomorrow we'll be visiting 4 wineries. On Tuesday, 3 wineries, and we'll have 4 hours of presentations. Food, Galician food, left, right and centre. It's going to be a Galicia fest in my eyes. And the hope is you'll enjoy the ride. Now, despite a lot of Galicia being quite cold and wet comparatively, Ribeiro, along the banks of this quite interior river valley, can get quite hot. So they actually benefit from this warmer climate, which means they try not to plant too high. You tend to get these kind of terraces from water level up to about 450 meters, which gives you quite rich wines compared to some of the other Galician whites and reds. I genuinely feel like I'm back in England. It's quite muddy by the river. So I'm walking through a paintball field to avoid getting my feet wet. Today we have a bit of downtime before the inevitable flurry of wineries, which will be the next couple of minutes of this video, I presume. So I'm taking a stroll down by the riverside. I'm going to go through what they call the Bosque de Gnomos, which is the gnome woods. I think there's little statues of gnomes around there. I have no idea. Check out a medieval church. And then later at 10 o'clock, all of the invited alcoholics are going to gather for a dinner of Galician food and wine. And then tomorrow we start. I think this is the wood of the gnomes. Let's see if we can find any gnomes. It is worth mentioning that Galicia, more than any other part of Spain, shares more in common with my country. There's Celtic bloods there, and the folklore is more Northern European, shall we say, gnomes and goblins and ghouls and black dogs, as opposed to flamenco and bullfighting. And I can see another one just there. Now, why they put up a forest full of gnomes, I don't know. I'm quite glad they did. Now, this chap's got his bottom revealed. Happy about that, are you, mate? Happy about that? Yeah, you're charmed, aren't you? Absolutely happy with that. Look at that, gnomes everywhere. So I found one of the rare gnomettes. Gnomes? Gnomon? Anyway. Female gnome. I always say that Galicia is like Ireland and Norway had a baby. It's wet, it's green. But there's also fjords and big estuaries. And I think I'm right. That's the end of that conversation. Where are you, church? Iglesia. It's also worth noting that I'm here in January. The vineyards are sleeping, so there's no grapes growing, there are no beautiful fronds of green or autumn browns and reds. There are a few shriveled up remains of unpicked grapes from the year before, but everything is now in a quiet mode of stasis. So I thought I'd just sit outside on my balcony and go through what we're going to be eating for dinner tonight, because I'm going to be sitting with people who I've never met. I don't particularly want to be filming and talking at the camera while I'm at a professional event. So the meal is crema de setas y castañas con virutas de Ibérico y San Simón, which is a kind of cream of mushroom and chestnut soup with bits of cured Iberian ham and a smoked Galician cheese. Lomo de bacalao, which is a salt cod fillet. Filloa rellena de castaña, which is a chestnut cream filled pancake. And the local Ribeiro wine. Every year, Ribeiro chooses one wine to be their representative wine. I don't know who made it, the winery. That's up to them to either tell us or it's a secret. But that is our dinner at 10 o'clock. It's 6:30. I just woke up just before 8. I ran down for some breakfast. Today we have 5 wineries to visit. Let's do this. Also, I may or may not have been up until 1:30 in the morning arguing the final points of Jerez and sherry wine with some Andalusian, so I'm quite tired. First stop is Coto de Gomariz, which I sell, which is really good, and it's up a hill in the middle of nowhere, but it is beautiful. There's winery number 2, Bodegas Villerma. The views are astonishing. As far as I understand, it's a few wines and a few nibbles at each spot. But yeah, this is a real treat to be taken to these places.
Sí, por favor. Chicos.
So we're on winery number 3, and it is astonishingly beautiful. And I'm starting to feel the tiredness setting in, mixed with the alcohol and the limited food. But then all of a sudden, Pata de Taubes starts bringing out mussels, empanada, cheese, fancy wines. So we all feel a little bit more human now, which is good. So we're at the 4th winery, Casal der Arman, which we actually already sell in the shop, and they are bloody good. And the setting is idyllic, surrounded by hills, covered in vineyards, and even a little medieval church to boot, just on the doorstep. Right, I may or may not have tried the best wine of the day so far. We're trying to move everybody out to go to our final winery of the day. This is great, but we're all getting quite sleepy. Andaluces entre viñedos, una nueva serie de Right, we're heading up to the wine tasting area of Cunhas d'Avia for our last selection of wines. It's getting chilly, people are quite tired, but it's a very lovely winery. Right, we've just got back. I'm so tired, it's unbelievable. And tonight's dinner, there's only 5 of us in the end, is a pancake filled with cuttlefish in their own ink, chipirrones en su tinta. We've got a pork steak with a Mencia red wine reduction, and we have carrot cake on a white chocolate soup. So I just had an amazing breakfast of very high quality scrambled egg, sausages and bread. This morning we're going to 3 wineries, which look really cool again, and then we come back to the hotel. We have a small rest, and then we have 4 hours of presentations from individual wineries. 20 minutes. So it's going to be an intense day. Trying wine straight from the tank, unfiltered, not ready yet, but it's quite good. So the second winery is actually right next to the path I did the first day. So everyone's enjoying taking photos. It is still quite chilly, so we're going to go in and now try more wine. ¿Dónde vas, guapo? ¿Dónde vas? Prize for the best view. El premio de mejor vista, ¿no? Well, back at the hotel, and in about 10 minutes we've got 4 hours of what they call mini catas, mini presentations of 11 different wineries, and I'm currently on the little balcony with my book with this view. I don't particularly want to leave it. Right, we just had a quick break after the 4 hours of presentations, and now we have like a meet and greet with those same producers, and there's like a buffet style dinner. The wines have been pretty spectacular, I have to say, across the board. And there's going to be a buffet, picking, nibbly kind of thing. There's quite a long list of options, so I will just take some pretty videos and then I'm going to crash out for sleep. Welcome to Santiago de Compostela, one of my top 5 places in Spain and one of my happy places in the world. I've got a full day here, my flight's not till the evening, so my plan is to show off this beautiful place and basically eat and drink all around all day and try some local specialities. Now, Santiago de Compostela I've been to a few times. I've arrived by car with my parents, I've arrived by bus and train on my own with friends, and I've arrived on foot doing the Camino de Santiago. And this is the first time I've arrived and will be leaving by plane. So I'm taking that off my list. But I'm freezing, so I'm going to go to a place I often go to when I'm here. Normal place, but beautiful place called Cafe Casino for a coffee and a slice of Tarta de Santiago. Really is disgustingly beautiful. I think it's a UNESCO wonderland as well, but there's just an insane quantity of beautiful churches and monasteries and cloisters around here. Stop is a bar I've never made it to, or Gato Negro, legendary, one of the oldest bars, and get some aperitif seafood. local cheese. Cow milk, tetilla or azúa, and my favourite, mussels in escabeche. Good start. Next stop, Ventosella Vinoteca for another cheeky wine right in front of the Black Cat. Now I'm making my way towards the Abastos town market, to the very originally named Bar Miño. Curry paella rice and red wine. Oh yeah. So the town fish market or general market is beautiful, historic, and hopefully I'm going to find a couple of places to have a drink. Right, I've ordered a nice light red wine from Ribeiro and the Abastos 2.0 empanada, which is a slight twist on the classic dish. Chunk of hake, big fish, onions, peppers. Messy, but great. I'm not religious, in fact I'm a raving atheist, but I think you have to be dead inside not to be moved by the cathedral here. I'll see if I can get in now and show you. Come here from all over the world to come and see the bones of St. James, who are interred here at the cathedral, interred. And they're just down there in a simple silver box. Simple. And because it's out of season, I have it all to myself. As amazing as the cathedral is, there's nothing really to do. So having seen the bones, I'm going to have a nice walk, having left my bag. And then in a couple of hours make my way to the airport. Santiago has what I would call an ecclesiastical surplus. I'm probably going to check out the Belvis Monastery, which is the minor seminary, on the other side, and then see where we go from there. That might be it for the wine though. The last thing in this little part of the city is the little Sar River. Most of Galicia is wet and wild with rivers, but not Santiago, but there is a little one. And there's a nice little river park walk alongside it. Final stop for a coffee. Right, so that's it for this video. All over the place, full of wine in Galicia. If you liked it, subscribe, hit the smash button, whatever it is. But anyway, stay tuned for more.